fuck bitch. I'm gonna go back and sleep real quick. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to hear that my kid, like, attacked some dude and went for his gun, especially that. I wouldn't want to even think about my kid, like, even thinking about hurting somebody. I mean, that's just not what a parent wants to hear, and especially if you lose your child in that way. But I want to make it clear right now, because I don't want to even hear any hate about this. I do not have, I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. To sit there and act like you do is kind of arrogant. God, that's loud. It's a sad, no matter what happened, it's a sad situation, and my heart goes out to everyone involved in it. I mean, yeah, it's hard to know what to believe, I mean, the family sources have been saying that the guy who shot the kid has been, like, inconsolably, just messed up, mentally just completely effed up, since it happened. And if he did it in self-defense, then, I mean, think about that for a second. He's going through and he's having, everyone hates him. You know what I mean? Like, no one's giving him the benefit of the doubt. And that sucks, I mean, no evidence come out one way or the other. And, I mean, in a lot of people's minds, he's already guilty. And I'm sure that a lot of people are, wanting him to be a scapegoat. I'm sure there's some people in the government, especially, that's like launched this huge investigation and everything into what happened. I'm sure that they're just dying to put this guy in jail, just so, like, they can show, look, we did something good for you. We did something good for the American people. So, I mean, you can't, I'm sorry, you can't trust the effing government. You just can't. I don't think I have any wood. Nope, I sure don't. Just to be fixed with dirt for now, my friend. I think that actually takes care of this. Oh, wait, no. Shit. I think that actually takes care of this whole village right here. The streets, anyway. Alright, so let's head back. And I haven't listened to any of the, I mean, a couple of the 911 calls have come out. I haven't really listened to it. I've read, like, one of them said that it sounded like someone screaming in the background. And they're saying that some people are saying that that's the kid, like, screaming for his life and screaming for help. But it could, who called 911? You know what I'm saying? Like, who was it that called 911? Because, I mean, why would this... I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I really hope that whatever happened comes to light, because it's a really weird situation. And people, especially the parents, they need to know. They have a right to know what's going on and what happened to their kid. Because if this guy just straight murdered this kid because he was, black, or because he just felt that he was suspicious, or something, if anyone, if he just killed him just to kill him, then the dude needs to be in jail. And That's all there is to that. I mean, you kill somebody, you better be willing to pay the price. It just, it's a shitty situation if he didn't. If it was self-defense, it's a shitty situation because the court of public opinion is always going to be that he murdered the kid, and he'll never be able to get away from that. I mean, for the rest of his life, he's going to be known as that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one is giving him the benefit of the doubt. And I mean, nobody. You see all these celebrities, and they're all wearing hoodies and stuff, and it's like, whatever fucking happened to due process? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you feel that this is what happened doesn't mean that that's what happened. You know, wait until the evidence comes out. And this is about anything. You know, I'm like, don't just jump on the bandwagon just because of his race. You know what I mean? That kind of makes you worse than the worst person in the situation. And that's just how it is, you know. When you're playing the race card, and I don't understand why people would do that in this situation. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't make any sense. It sounds to me like more like, oh, one big piece of evidence that was in the call, and I have heard, and it's not as clear as everyone wants to say that it is, and that is the remark where he goes under his breath. It sounds like, a lot of people are saying it sounds like he says fucking coon. And of course, for those of you who don't know, coon is or at least used to be a derogatory term for black people, and I'm sure a lot of folks still feel that it is a derogatory term. Me personally, I think that if a word hasn't been used in 30 or 40 years, it kind of stops being a anything kind of term. You know what I'm saying? And it's just no one's used that terminology. You know, I'm sure, I'm from the South, so I've heard it all. Like, literally, I've heard every derogatory slang word that there is for black people, for Mexicans, for Asians. I mean, that's just how the South is, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not sitting here saying that's just how it is, so deal with it. I'm just saying that's how the South is. And it's like any place else in America, in that it's getting better, but it's still not perfect, because it's one of those situations where as the older generation starts to I hate saying this, it makes it sound weird, but as the older generation starts to die out, the newer generation who's more tolerant is starting to show up, and so you're not getting as much of it. Of course, there's always going to be racism, no matter what, especially in the South, but this is just weird how this spawned. But it's also it's a good thing, you know. It's a good thing that's starting to fade out from that. Oh my god, dude! I didn't even notice that. Shit. This is getting ridiculous. All right, it's about as good as I can get it to do. So. Alright, but yeah, so everyone just needs to use a cooler head. They need to use, cooler heads, whatever the saying is. I can't think of it right now. Will prevail. Cooler heads will prevail. And that's true, but you gotta have the cooler head. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, you're just jumping down. You're just wanting someone to be a murderer, and you can't prove that they are. I mean, then you're kind of you know. Shit, I thought I saw... I guess this is what I saw over here. You know what I could do here? Yeah, I'll just do this. I'll destroy this part of the road right here, and then I will fill this in with dirt. Because it makes more sense than... And like I said, I want to make it straight that I don't have an opinion on this simply because I don't know enough of the facts about what happened. So don't take me as sitting here going, oh well, you know, this is what happened. This is